Okay, guys, once we start to paint, we're going to use yellow and oranges to paint in our sunflower, and maybe a little red too. So what I'm going to do is I take my brush, okay, I dip it into my paint. I add a drop of water to each color, cleaning out my brush after I touch each color because I never want to mix. And I'm even going to do green too because I'm going to use green for the stem. There's brown. This is purple right here. It looks black, but it's purple. The one in between blue and brown is purple. And this is blue. So, when I go to paint, the first thing I'm going to do, and the reason I did that is so I need my paint, my water to soak into my watercolor paint. Okay, so now I'm going to grab some yellow and I'm going to take a paper towel. And if I have too much paint on my brush, I can touch it to my paper towel to get a little bit off of there so I can control the paint better. So watch. I'll go in here and I'll paint the outside yellow first. Okay, I'm going back in, grabbing some more paint because you're going to want it kind of wet for the next part. So I go in there and I'm adding my paint. I'm going out from the middle out to the edges. I'm going to go over it one more time because I want it a little bit wet. Because watch what I do next. I take my brush, I grab a little bit of orange, and watch what I'm going to do. I'm just going to touch the orange in spots. And I did little dots first, so see how it's going to start running around my paper? So I want to be able to control the paint, so I don't want to put too much down at a time, okay? So there, it'll kind of, and it's going to kind of work its way outside of the flower. Then to do the inside of the flower, I'm going to do the inside flower a little bit brown, so I'm just going to touch the middle with brown. I'm going to clean out my brush. And then I'm going to use a little bit more water. Oops. And I'm starting to run all over the place. So I'll take my paper towel and I'll touch it to the water. And see how it erases it? Okay. So that's why you got to be careful with how much water you have on your brush. Okay. And then I can go back in there and grab a little bit of orange. And I can kind of fix that spot up. Okay, so for each one, you're going to kind of take your time and paint each one, okay? And that's how you'll paint them. You don't have to paint them all yellow. You can paint them orange, more orangish, okay? Because if you look at the picture from the sample that I have on the board, it'll be more, you can see some of them are darker than others. All right, that's it.